This recording goes out to Lady T. I was in your chat last night, excuse me, and we were talking about chakras. This is the DVD that you put on, and here are your different chakras and the meaning. Your first one is red. Your second one is orange. Your third one is yellow. Your fourth one is green. Your fifth one is blue. And your sixth one is indigo. And as you can see, each one has a meaning to it. We'll go back over them again. And it's to bring balance to your mind, body, and spirit. And again, it comes with a DVD to play while you're meditating. This is my altar that I have in my bedroom. This is the bag of tea leaves that my African mama gave to me to either soak in or to drink. All of these figures are from Africa. They were made in Africa. And you see I have my crystal. White is for purity. This, found in Puerto Rico. I have my candles. And you can see where I've burnt one of the red candles. I use frankincense. Lavender is for soothing and for calming. And then I have my pendulum. And as you can see, I'm going to get it still. And then once it becomes still, I hold it between my forefinger and my thumb. It goes around in circles. It's saying it's unsure. Once it comes to a complete halt, you then ask whatever question you want answered. From mine, back and forth means yes. Side to side means no. And when it goes around, circular, that means it has no answer. It's not sure. So I finally got it to stop. And I'm going to ask, is YouTube a positive platform to be on for your spirit. Is YouTube positive for the spirit? Should I continue to listen to YouTube? When you purchase your crystals, you can't purchase them online. You have to hold each one in your hand and feel the energy. I got mine in Sedona at a crystal shop, and I asked the young woman which one should I purchase, and she corrected me and said you have to hold them in your hands and you have to feel the energy, and that determines which one is for you. This was made in St. Martin. This white crystal is for positivity. And again, these are not made in America. They were made in Africa. And I honor by having the African garb. And I also use this bell. My sage is here. Now this is just in the bedroom. So I'm protected throughout my home. And as I walk through my home, when people enter my home, excuse the shoes, I'm a shoe freak. I'm a gym shoe freak, so. No, they're not Jordans. No, I didn't get them from a resale shop. But in my front, this is where I honor also. So when anyone enters my home, I'm going to try to get this as clear as possible. I ask that if their vibration or their spirit is of evilness, that they run out of this house. When I say run, they can't stay in this house for 10 minutes. Those with positive energy feel like this is home to them. This is a oil I got from my African mama that I spray in every corner of the house. Again, you see white light. And these are your chakra candles. Again, none of these were made in America. They were all made in Africa. Frankincense and myrrh. And then there's other scents that my African mama gave me to burn. This is what I use to invite my ancestors in, or when I just need guidance. So my front room is pretty much symbolizing our ancestors. Making sure that we never forget. That's a painting that I did. I collect postcards that were actually used in the 1800s, making fun of the beautiful blackness of our skin. I'm also studying Hebrew because we were the first Jewish. We are the Most High's favorite. The candle was recommended to me by my cousin, who's from Puerto Rico. This is a symbol of protection. I have feathers here to remind that we were the indigenous. We were the American Indian. We are the American Indian. This, I burn incense out. I'll probably do another video. So when I put the sage in here, and you see the direction and the flow of the sage and the cleansing. These are your Ethiopians. These are the first black Jews in Ethiopia. They practiced Judaism in Ethiopia. Again, always homage to the ancestors. In every form, in every place I've been, from Aruba to St. Martin to Puerto Rico, I've always sought out our natural that we've been taught and indoctrinated is evil. And it's not. After emancipation, in order for a black preacher to preach, he had to have a white man in the churches to make sure what he was preaching was the right thing, and that was obey your master and the fear of God. Indoctrination. I honor them in every way I can. I speak to them. I pray to them. And again, your guidance is coming from them. I have dream catchers all through my house. I'm sorry my library is a mess. I'm going to have my son or my nephew come over and get my library back in order. That was a picture that I drew over 5 years ago. Half of them, people have taken out the house. I don't know why. abstract. You don't have to be a painter or a drawer to get your emotions out and your spirit out. You can speak through abstract. It's what each person takes from it. That's another picture that I drew, or an abstract drawing. The other one was taken by my godson, who has it hanging up in his room. I make sure that when Alvin Ailey comes into Chicago, that I try to make it to every performance. Judith Jameson has now taken over, and my favorite is Revelations. I know I use this for Sean, but it's actually a Mormon. I have a lot of Masons and Mormons in my family. Very close family. So I'm very aware of each degree of Masonry. And you know how these people are on YouTube. They'll call you a lie in a minute. Aruba. That's my second home. That's where I go to decompress. My grandmother, who is of French heritage and black. Again, Aruba. If you ever have a chance, go to Aruba. And the peace there. Another abstract drawing that I did. It's coming in a little bit clearer now. And something that black women should be doing is communicating with one another rather than bashing, rather than arguing, rather than cursing, rather than calling each other out of their names, rather than judging. Again, I'm an Alvin Ailey fan, just like I'm a Lauryn Hill fan. And then I have my representation of my sun sign, which is Leo. My moon and rising is in Libra. So I have that fire, and it has to balance. It has to make sense. I also practice Buddhism. And before I decided to dedicate myself to Muslim, I'm now studying and trying to learn the Jewish Gospels, written by a black man. Anytime you wear crystals, you can keep them on your body. You can keep them in a bag that you carry with you, so you're always protected. I sleep with mine under my pillow. I never go anywhere without carrying my crystals, because those are my protection. You're black, and I will come back and give you the meaning of each crystal. Black is to ward off negativity. Your white crystal is to ward off negativity and draw positivity to you. I had a reading with an American Indian on my way to Texas, and the only thing she asked me was my name. And she gave me a reading. And everything she said was on point, from date to dollar amount to time when it would come to any surgeries I would have, and told me to find a bag, a small bag, what to put in the bag, and to find water that flows away from you. You want that negativity to flow away, which is why when you burn your crystal, when you burn your sage, I know my dogs didn't get to my feather. You have a feather, and when you burn your sage, you push that negativity away from you. You're constantly pushing it away from you. I even go outside and go around the perimeter of my home, and I burn sage. And I have a personal African prayer that I use. I sleep with a dream catcher. That's one of the first things that I did. And as much as I can, I have nature. When you charge your stones or your crystals, they're not stones, they're crystals, and they vibrate from the universe. You put them in a bowl and alkaline water, and you sit them outside in the sun. The sun is what powers your crystals. We all vibrate. The word cursing, you're speaking a curse upon someone. Spelling, you're casting a spell. When you start breaking down words, then you understand their meaning, and then you're more aware of things that you say, which is why I am highly thinking about getting off of YouTube. I don't want to cast a curse on anyone, and I don't want to put a spell on anyone. I have this that I blow into. I've studied Hinduism. This is one of the bags that I carry my crystals in. I don't have them on now because I have to go in for x-rays, and I can't have all that jewelry on me like that. I was told to wear a blue ring. I can't tell you the name of the stone. It's a very rare stone. People think diamonds are rare. Diamonds are not rare. They're the most easiest thing to find. But what they've done is put so many out on the market, and the rest are stored 3 stories down in a basement in England to make people think that diamonds are rare. And you must remember, when you purchase a diamond, always ask, is it compromised? If they don't know what you're asking them, walk out the store. You never want to buy or have on a compromised diamond. That diamond was stolen, and it was stolen and dug up with child labor, sifting through sulfur, which can kill you. The mineral inside of an iPhone can only be found in Africa. I will never purchase an iPhone. You can go on YouTube and see these children in only briefs, and they're inhaling sulfur. And once their shifts are over with, then they're patted down. If they find a diamond on them, they could lose a finger, a hand. But our history is being rewritten. We have to go back to our natural. Our natural. We're now in a space and time where it's gearing up for a race war. And we have to use our natural instincts, our natural minds, and our natural ways. I promised I would do this video for you. I have many more crystals. Please know the difference between a crystal and a rock. I saw one content creator going into a store to purchase crystals, and they came out with rocks. They're to protect you. We are one with the universe. When the Most High was asked, "Who are you?" He said, "I am the creator of the universe." If we are children of the Most High, then we are the universe. We vibrate. We store energy. And YouTube is an energy dragger. It's an energy vampire, if you allow it. Triple Red X. This is your world now. Use it for good. Use it to shape your world. The world is in the hands of those your age. Make a difference so your children and their children can live in a beautiful world and never be told what they cannot do and what they're not capable of doing. In the last video, the picture of the soldier is my cousin. His exhibit was at the Smithsonian. He faked his age. He fought in the Vietnam War. He had a platoon and a helicopter. He was captain. The helicopter got shot down. He was able to land that helicopter and save the entire platoon and awarded the Purple Heart and every credential that can go along with the Army. Make legacies for your children. Write down things that have happened in your lifetime. They've already changed slavery into international trading, as though our ancestors were animals. Love and light, peace and blessings. I say Shalom and Shabbat.